We were finally given the season finale to Year 6, Season 2. And with that, we were given the third exotic of the season, the new exotic chess piece, the Provocator, or the Provocator if you nasty. Now, this new chess piece has been garnering quite debate whether or not it's even worth going for, and what builds could even take advantage of this, if any. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about this new exotic. I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to show several examples on why I think that this could even be in a running of sorts for the best exotic in the game, that has come to the Division 2. Not only is it the best exotic for this season, but I can easily debate that this is one of the best exotics you could use for run and gun situations, depending on your build combination. And I'll show you several build combinations for both PvE and PvP to back up my argument. So I hope you enjoy. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, so sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But here is the new Division 2 debate. The Provocator. The Provocator? The Provocator! Is it any good? Is it the best exotic in the game? Well, I can easily say that for run and gun builds in both PvE and PvP, it is a lot of fun to use. It works out just fine. I have used it for the Master Difficulty Climax mission. I have used it for PvP. I have used it solo, and I have used it in a group. I have also used this in the Dark Zone. And in fact, in today's video, I'm going to give you a sneak peek at, I think, 9 or 10 different builds that you could use with this chess piece, where you could take full advantage of this for both PvE and PvP content. So this is a good video. I hope you enjoy, and this might change the way you feel about the Provocator. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this bad boy. So right off the bat, it's bright red. Like, this thing is crazy bright red. I have mixed feelings about that because I typically wear a yellow coat. So the red really sticks out. But after reading the blurb up here for the exotic, you can understand why it's in big red with a big bull up front. So it says over here in the top right, a quote by Anonymous. And it states that one does not simply wear red into battle. A red knight is not afraid, but ready to provoke. And then this is the, provocateur. Now, this is a French origin word, the whole agent provocateur, to provoke someone into, battle or, conversation or what have you. And what this exotic is doing is it's provoking the enemy to come at you, right? Close quarters. The reason for that is the talent Challenger. So you're challenging your enemy to get closer to you and to battle you, and in turn, you receive damage resistance from those enemies. Now in PvE, so the light world, doing any sort of like open world activities, missions, strongholds, things like that, this talent will give you a 25% damage resistance. 1 in 4. Come on. That's ridiculously strong. And it's within 20 meters. Now, 20 meters might not seem far for some of you, but just to give you like a little reference, let's see, what would be a good reference? Here, Adrenaline Rush. Adrenaline Rush is within 10 meters. The Provocateur is 20 meters. It's double that. And that damage resistance is 1/4 the incoming damage. Now, then someone might try to challenge that and say, well, why not run Unbreakable, right? Unbreakable, where it does not have a, a damage range or limit like the Provocator. What the Unbreakable talent does have for it that's a disadvantage is a cooldown, a full minute cooldown. Now, I'm not sure what kind of engagements you're used to playing. Everyone's different with their different play styles, but I can promise you that doing legendary content, doing PvP, 1 minute is forever. It really is forever. Now in PvP, you spot the unbreakable player and you say, "Hey, that guy's got unbreakable. His unbreakable procced. Push, push, push," because you know that his unbreakable or her unbreakable will not proc again because it's on cooldown. It's something that you get used against you because you only get that one proc per minute. Not only that, but in PvE, it's 95% of your armor back. I'll give you that. But again, it's only for 1 minute. And then you're just waiting for it to come back. And if you remember, Division history, Unbreakable is a bit bugged at times. Now there's, a whole bunch of arguments like that. Now, another argument comparison would be one is all of the time, where one you might have to build up, right? So Unbreakable, it'll happen, but then you have to build it back up. It takes a minute. Where the Provocateur, it's instant. You get this damage resistance no matter what. And that's everything within 20 meters. Again, 20 meters is pretty far. Just to give you a visual reference on that, okay? You can see in the targeting range 20 meters. Now, I've already shown you that 20 meters, that's double what you would typically see for Adrenaline Rush. But just for like a visual reference, check this out. So we're at the targeting range. I typically shoot everything at 5 meters in the targeting range just to test out everything, right? The Provocateur, it's 20 meters. Anything within 20 meters, it's a 25% damage resistance. That is huge. That is huge for run and gun playstyles for any sort of content, including legendary and PvP. Because that is forever. That damage resistance is forever. There is no cooldown. There is no drawback. It is a forever damage resistance talent. And that way you can rely on it no matter what. Now, yes, people might be reliant on Unbreakable, so they run into an encounter and they're like, "Oh, it's okay if I lose my armor or if an enemy shoots me in the back. It's okay because I'll have Unbreakable proc. It's all good." What this does is, no, you don't get to rely on an Unbreakable proc, but at the same time, your armor is going to be depleting at a slower rate, and therefore you can react. You can pop your instant heal, pop your full heal, what have you, turn around, mow down that enemy, and you're good to go. All right? So that's the entire argument of this chess piece. I would also compare it to the old debate with Memento versus Ninja Bike, where Memento, it is amazing, yes. Where, Unbreakable, yes, it is amazing. It is. But the Memento, you have to stack up in order for it to even, get your full benefits. And with Unbreakable, you have a cooldown. So yes, it is amazing, but it does have that huge drawback. Where something like the Provocateur, it's damage resistance no matter what, all of the time. And I would also compare that to something like the Ninja Bike, where a lot of people would say, well, why use the Ninja Bike when you have the Memento? And the Ninja Bike is there no matter what, just like the Provocateur, where you get that damage resistance no matter what. With the Ninja Bike, you get the resourceful talent to activate no matter what all of the time. You get all of those bonuses all of the time. Where, yes, the Memento could be better if you had all your stacks up and everything, yes. But it depends on your playstyle. And that's the argument that I'm, laying in front of you for the Provocator or the Provocator, if you're nasty. Because this is an amazing chess piece. You get damage resistance instantly within that 20 meters in both PvE PvP. The drawback in PvP is that it's lowered to 20%. So that is a little bit of a drawback. But again, in PvP, it's all of the time. Where I don't know if you've ever done PvP against unbreakable players, it does get annoying because the unbreakable procs, and even in PvP, that gives you 50% of your armor back. That 50% of your armor back is super uber annoying because whenever you're face tanking your enemy and you think you're about to take them out and then they're unbreakable procs, you're like, oh, almost had them. And then they take you out because they got their armor back, right? But again, it's only for that 1 minute. So even in PvP, I would just respawn, find that person, mow them down because I knew that they couldn't rely on it anymore. Where the Provocateur, you could sit there and face tank your enemy and you're going to take them out quicker because you're taking 20% less damage from them. Like, this is crazy strong, especially in PvP. Now, if my debate or argument or whatever you want to call it wasn't clear enough, let me show you some different builds to support this play style and using this chess piece. Because I have quite a few. So going down here, this is the build that I used for my master difficulty. This is the build that I use to run all of the objectives during the master difficulty. And this is the build that I have used to complete master difficulty on all platforms. I like this build a lot. It's a lot of fun. Now, if you do not have the chess piece before you get it, you can easily switch it to, like say like Fenris Obliterate, something like that, just to get more damage. Because remember, completing master difficulty will give you the chess piece, guaranteed. But a lot of people, including myself, were able to get the chess piece before doing master difficulty. So I was able to put this build together before even doing master difficulty, and it worked like a charm. Because you have those rushers that try to get you, you have those spawns that are right on top of you, and all of that is less incoming damage. So whether they're shooting you in the back, whether they're surprising you, you can react quicker because you have that less incoming damage. So this was the build that I used for the master difficulty. It has protection from elite at 58%. Let me do right there, 58% protection from elites, and it's a lot of fun. It hits really hard, and you're still able to do damage while running around and doing those objectives during that master difficulty for the climax mission. That was the very first build I put together with this chess piece. The next one, a pestilence build, run and gun, where you can face tank your enemies and just watch them melt. So this is a close quarters pestilence build with perfect adrenaline rush. So I get the bonus armor on top of the damage resistance. I have the contractors and foxes with the hollow man to give me all that extra multiplicative, and I have another piece of Walker Harris to give me more damage to armor. This thing is a beast. I can't wait to break this one down. And by the way, whenever I'm showing you these builds like this, like a whole list of builds, let me know which one you want to see first, because I have all of these builds that I have to break down and show you. So we had the protection from elite striker, we have the tank pestilence, then we have the Ouroboros Hunter's Fury. This thing's a lot of fun. You can use this in solo anything on heroic, and you can run around in PvP with this. I mean, this thing's crazy fun. I wouldn't necessarily use it in legendary. Like I keep saying, these different exotics, all they're doing is promoting different play styles, and that's exactly what the devs wanted. But this is easily like top tier for run and gun play styles. And I don't know if, uh, I love running gun playstyles. That's what I typically do for a majority of my builds is I like to run around with my head cut off and take out the enemies as fast as possible. That's just what I do. Now this one, Hunter's Fury, so that I'm getting the extra amplified damage when I'm close to an enemy with the damage resistance, and I have Adrenaline Rush here for the extra bonus armor. That's a lot of fun. You could use that with the Ouroboros or the Lady Death. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. The next build, oh, there it is, the Heartbreaker. Now, I was using this one a little bit yesterday. I'm not sure how I feel about this one, and here's why. So, a lot of people were like, hey man, try it with Heartbreaker, try it with Heartbreaker. And I did. The only thing with this setup is that you are missing the extra stacks of Heartbreaker. So, you're not able to use the Heartbreaker chest piece. Now, yes, using the Heartbreaker backpack gives you that extra bonus armor, and using it in this combination with the Y'all Gear mask, it is a lot of fun. This is a fun build to use. However, with Heartbreaker, it's kind of hard because the chest piece is very important, in my opinion. But this build is fun to use, and I will be covering it in the future. But I will be also addressing that little issue that I have with it whenever we do a build breakdown. Next up, we have a bonk build. So this is the new Provocator bonk build, where you get to provoke your enemies in PvE or PvP, mostly PvP, let's be real. And then once you get close to them, you hit them with the shield, and then you hear that bonk. It's a lot of fun. This thing is ridiculous. I put this together live on stream, and we immediately kept mercy ruling people in PvP. I never went down using this build. It was ridiculously fun. Crazy fun. Next up we have, so we did the Hunter's Fury, Heartbreaker. There's the bonk build. We have another Hunter's Fury here, but this one's a little bit different. Someone told me to try to put together a pistol build using the chest piece, and I did. So everything is rolled headshot, right, for the pistol. And I have a Habsburg Guard here for more headshot. I went with Adrenaline Rush because we wanted the Adrenaline Rush to go with the damage resistance from the Provocator. And then I went with the Regulus. Now, yes, you could switch it up and go with like the Harvest or the Prophet, something like that if you don't have the Regulus. But this is a really fun build to use as well, I will admit. Whoever asked me to put together a Regulus build with the Provocator was a smart person. Now, moving on, we have yet another Hunter's Fury build. I mean, you can see a trend here with the run and gun playstyle Hunter's Fury and the Provocator. Now, this one is what I would call the Graybeard Special version 2.0. Reason being is my buddy, we all know him, Sergeant Graybeard. He loves to run Hunter's Fury with the Scorpio because you get the close and personal, you get all that extra amplified damage, it disorients them, the Scorpio disorients them. It's a lot of fun, right? Now this one, though, I'm using the Provocator, giving me the damage resistance. Provocator? And then I'm matching it up with the Badger Tough backpack with Opportunistic. That way we get the extra amplified damage, but you could change it to Adrenaline Rush. That way you get the bonus armor with the damage resistance. But either way, this one's a lot of fun, especially with the Banshee Pulse. Man, that thing, it'll push your wig back. But I will agree with Sergeant Graybeard, the Scorpio's reload speed is atrocious. Next up, we have the Armor Region Headshot build featuring the Bighorn and the Provocator. Provocator. And this one with 195 headshot before the Bighorn gets its talent. And that remember that the Bighorn's talent now gives you another 150. So, yeah, this thing is ridiculously strong. Now, with this combination, you go 3 Heligard with the Emperors and the Bellstone, and the Adrenaline Rush backpack talent to give you that bonus armor with your damage resistance. Not bad. Not bad at all. A lot of fun. And I'll be showing that one off. Next up, I think, is a curveball. Yeah. So this is a curveball for you. I thought it was funny. I made a total armor build, like a straight unstoppable tank build. Now this is a 2.4 million armor build, and I do not have anything max expertise for the armor. So you could get this one up to probably 2.5 or 2.6 million armor when everything is fully maxed out with expertise. But the way I set this one up is Uzina, Heligard, 3-piece Aegis, and the Provocator. And then I put that with the Pestilence. And this thing is 2.4 million armor. Come on. Come on. Not only that, but then maybe a little riot foam, you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Make them face thank you. This thing's ridiculous. I'm telling you. Again, let me know in the comments which one you want me to cover first, because there's quite a few builds here. And then finally, we have the Hazard Armor Regen System Corruption build. Now, this one, not bad at all. I like it a lot. The only thing is that you are losing damage, but that's because the Provocateur is to give you more survivability. It's not to give you damage. So what you're doing here is you're substituting the system chess piece for the Provocateur. And all the system corruption chess piece was doing was lowering the timing of the hack step protocol, where the backpack for system corruption is where you get all that extra bonus armor. So this one actually has 3.6 million armor. It's crazy. It's a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun, I'm telling you. Where the, what was it? The Heartbreaker? Boop-ba-doo. Yeah, the Heartbreaker has 3.8 million armor because of the extra bonus armor from the Heartbreaker backpack. And that's all of the different build combinations that I've found, this chess piece to be very useful. Not only that, but it can also, go into a running for top tier best in slot for these, build combinations. Just like how the Ridgeway's Pride is best in slot for those status builds or, bleed builds. Then you have your Memento for the sustainable overall damage and survivability. You have the Ninja Bike for all the extra bonuses right there up front. You have the Waveform for your skill builds. You have the BTSU for your skill support builds. You have the Acostas for you, I don't know. Who uses the Acostas? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm pointing you out, but I don't know about that one. Anyways, I think that this new chess piece really is a great run and gun chess piece. It works out very well. And I will have several build videos covering this chess piece. It's a lot stronger than you might think. So before you knock it, try it. I am Kamikazevondoom. Hope you enjoyed. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing and join the discussion in chat. But that's it for me. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. And peace out.